Boys, today is tomorrow and Pokimane is back in the news. Because if you guys didn't see my other video, I mean, like half of it was about Valkyrie, but top right hand corner if you guys haven't seen that. But also don't forget to like, let's try to get 300 likes again. Just let you guys know we hit it on the last video. And thank you. The big thank you, big hearts out to you. Let's see if we can hit it again. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you're new. The Fishbowl's on the road to 30K. And leave a comment to remain in the fishbowl. But boys, let's get back to the video. Pokimane has this podcast with, Lily Pichu called Sweet and Sour. Now, this podcast has been, I guess, uncontroversial for a long time, which is kind of rare for Pokimane. Like, usually anything she does is extremely controversial. The bitch breathes, I got a problem with. I ain't even gonna lie to you, chat. If she even takes too much oxygen out of the goddamn atmosphere, I'ma make a whole 30-minute video out of the bitch. But she had this podcast with, her co-host Lily Pichu, and they were doing pretty good, right? They had a couple thousand subscribers on Patreon. They were doing pretty good. No controversies at all. I'm like, hell, the podcast was so controversy free to where no one gave a fuck about it. I want to be honest here. I didn't know they had one until this controversy started up, because they put out this statement on their Patreon whenever, Saturday rolled around and Sweet and Sour Podcast was supposed to upload their newest episode with Hassan Piker, Mr. Hasanabi. But obviously after Hassan Piker's collar gate with his dog Kaya, the staff did not want to release the episode because obviously, unlike Pokimane, they really don't have any recourse of action to not be harassed by their fans or other people that are, fans of others that will come in there harassing them. That's why they put out this statement saying, "Hey Taste Buds, this is a tough one to write, but we wanted to give you all a heads up that we're unfortunately going to be missing our first scheduled Saturday video tomorrow. We've been watching the recent drama unfold concerning our guest, and it's been getting intense. We had a serious talk as a crew, and we all agree that it did not feel right uploading tomorrow's episode at this moment in time. Our community is our favorite thing, and the reason we do this is to create a space that is comfy as always and a true escape. We do not want to impact the cozy atmosphere we've all built together. Thanks for always supporting our vision for a fun, positive place to hang out. See you all next week. Sweet and Sour staff." So at first everyone thought that this came from Pokimane, Lily Pichu, and the staff at Sweet and Sour, because they realized they did not want to be a part of the drama, right? They didn't want to be a part of the drama. They wanted to keep their community drama free, as this podcast with a very controversial figure right now would create a lot of drama around it, and a lot of people would get very angry at the podcast for having on an actual animal abuser. I'm not even going to say he's allegedly, QT Cinderella basically snitched on this man. Top right hand corner, if you guys haven't seen that video, I just uploaded it today. Yo, look at that. She basically snitched on this man. Now, I'm not going to be acting like this podcast was completely drama free. It was basically like a goddamn tampon, right? For Pokimane, essentially. Not Lily Pichu, because Lily Pichu never has drama. This podcast, anytime there's any controversy about Pokimane, it seems like she comes to this podcast because she knows she has a smaller audience, and who the fuck is paying for this shit? So they can just say whatever they want, and basically no one's gonna care because no one's gonna see it. But it does seem like they have been trying to use some controversies to try to build their platform. Like, they released this clip of her talking about how people were complaining about her showing her ass at her brother's wedding. So it seems like this kind of is the plan for Pokimane, at least, is to try her best to talk about controversies and controversial things on the podcast now to try to get some more viewership towards it. So essentially, I'm assuming she thought this podcast that they did together with Hassan Piker, which I'm pretty sure was recorded before Collargate, so there was been no information about Collargate in there, so no one would have watched it. But I'm assuming, and Pokimane said, people would have clicked on it immediately and been like, I wonder what he said in there, right? They would have thought someone would have took the time out of their day to go through their podcast. Trust me, fucking Hassan Piker can say he leads a terrorist organization cell and no one would care at all. if it was on that podcast. And it shows, because the only controversy people cared about this podcast was them trying to save Pokimane's career. And her ass was so ungrateful to where she posted this on Twitter. The episode was supposed to air as usual. Staff refused to upload it out of fear it'd cause drama, and also posted this statement without my approval. Sorry guys, we'll talk about everything on this week's episode and go on a hiatus afterwards to restructure. So yeah, she literally is basically saying she's going to be firing employees because they refused to upload the episode 2 days after this, by the way. Just letting you know, she waited a whole 2 days and a Dexterdo article later to fucking post this tweet, by the way. If she posted this on Saturday, no one would have given a fuck, right? No one would have given a fuck. But she waited 2 days, showing that she probably planned this out. Like, she probably planned this out herself, because A, you run a business and you're telling me the employees can just do whatever they want and you just don't know unless a Dexterdo article gets posted about just anything they want. Unless a Dexterdo article gets posted, you have no idea what's going on at your business at all. You didn't even open up the Patreon to see, did the episode get uploaded today? Like, what kind of a business person is that? And B, she posted her own evidence of her actually knowing that last week's podcast episode didn't go up, which basically negates her saying, I didn't know that the podcast episode didn't go up, whenever she posted this on Instagram saying, quick update, going on Jason the Wing stream right now, hopefully uploading GP Explorer vlog Tuesday, recording a new podcast episode Thursday to explain why we missed last week and have an honest chat. So she knew the podcast episode didn't go up before the Dexterdo article went up, but now she's acting like, oh, I didn't know it didn't air at all. I'm blindsided by this. My staff wrote that? It wasn't just me posting it to my own Patreon that I own to stir up drama, to get more interest in it, to see if we can get some more subscribers? I'm like, chat, it kind of seems like that's probably what's happening here, right? Pokimane blames a random staffer that didn't want to upload the video because they didn't want to deal with the backlash, which could be true. I'm not too familiar with the Sweet and Sour podcast. I don't know if they show their staffers on the podcast, like how H3 shows his staffers on the podcast, but if they don't, then again, I don't understand what the staffer would be cowering in fear for, unless they have like Sweet and Sour, I work at Sweet and Sour on their like Twitter or Instagram or something, which already would probably be hard to find. You're a nobody. No one would care enough to go after you. So in my personal beliefs, no one's getting actually fired or restructured at the company because no one did anything bad. She was the one that probably scrapped the episode because she was worried about the backlash that would probably come from Hassan's crew, or she masterminded this by knowing if she scrapped the whole episode, then she can act as a victim from her staff and say, no, Hassan, see, I didn't scrap our episode. They just deleted it. That's why it's still not uploaded right now. Because they still haven't uploaded the episode, chat. They still haven't uploaded. It's weird how it was supposed to air, but she didn't air it after finding out about it a whole 2 days later. So yeah, it seems like she doesn't want to air the episode herself because she also thinks the shot collar gate probably was bad, and it's gonna be really bad for PR if they upload it. But now she can, scapegoat it to some person, some imaginary staffer that did such a bad thing by trying their best to save her career, even though it's probably her. It's really lining up to seem like it's her. She probably masterminded this whole thing to get this kind of attention for the podcast, because she really doesn't have any reason at all to not upload the episode at all. I'm sure they have the episode still. The person didn't delete it. They just didn't upload it, like she said. She never said they got rid of the episode, so upload it. Why not? Your fans still want to see it, if you are a fan of that podcast. But I'm like, just upload it. I don't understand why they're not uploading it. It's been literally 4 days. She's at least known about it for 3 days, and we're just sitting here thinking to ourselves, why is she not uploading it again? Like it's been a while. Upload the damn episode. It's pretty evident that they have it, but she's not going to upload it because she even knows the optics look bad. She's just trying to blame this on someone else. I'm like, hell, that's the only logical reasoning that I can think of, because the only other thing that I can think of is this woman is a basically two-faced bitch. On one side, she always tries to act like she has extreme empathy for everyone, but on the other side, she has no empathy for anyone in any of their feelings, even if what she's about to do will get someone else hurt. Because it's sad to say, but even Asmongold is saying, brother, if this is true and you're about to fire someone because they're going to get backlash for your podcast episode with an extremely controversial figure right now that could have them being harassed and stalked by other people's communities, that's very unempathetic of you.
And talk about that. But before I do, I'm going to get to this. So Pokimane, this is what she should have done. She should, because this is an issue, right? And I think that, you know, it's a lack of empathy, I think, with her. And I'll explain the reason why I say that. The reason why I say that is because I think that she should understand that while she has a big fan base and a lot of people are fans of her and they're going to defend her, and she's got a lot of people that like her, a lot of her staff don't have that. And so what happens is that the staff are now getting attacked on social media. People are being hostile to them. Somebody sends in a mean message to the Patreon of this, of this thing, and, or to the YouTube channel. You want to know who's going to read that? It's going to be the staff that are going to read that. So if I was her and I saw that my staff had put out a statement like this, I will be honest, it would fucking annoy me. It would make me mad. It would piss me the fuck off, because they should have asked me before they said this, and they should have talked to me ahead of time. I'd be fucking mad. But what I would have done is I would have said, listen, I understand that a lot of you guys like Hassan, but there's a lot of people that don't like him right now, and I don't want to put my staff in a situation where they could be caught in the crossfire between, my friendship with somebody else and internet drama. And that, at that point, would have, it would have exonerated the staff. They would have not gotten attacked, because, again, you're trying to protect them from things having, like something bad happening to them, right? Because I view, this is the way I see a lot of things, right? Is that, whenever you have people that are working for you in a way, and I don't mean this in a degrading way, but they're your flock in a way, right? Like, you're the shepherd. You have to lead them in the right position. You have to take care of them. You have to help them, and you have to do your best to do what is in their best interest, and to help them, and to do what the right thing is for them. Because in the same way that they serve you, they have put their faith in you for you to also serve them.
Brother, I can't believe I have to do this, but I'm like, the man's 100% right. I mean, literally, he's 100% right. This woman, Iman, doesn't ever try to, tout herself as this big business woman who's cutthroat. She always talks about how she has empathy, and you gotta make sure everyone is. But as soon as it comes down to someone feeling like they might get attacked over, this podcast episode, right or wrong, she should have been like, I do understand, as a content creator, I have to deal with the shit myself. I do understand that people will also go after my staff. I do understand why you're scared. People could swat you as a staff member of this podcast. That is one of the dangers. But instead of that, she's like, yeah, I'm going to fire them all. It's like, excuse me? Where's the compassion that you want from others? Where is it? I guess it must be with Hassan Pikers himself and that damn shot caller. Because if you guys don't know, QT Cinderella actually exposed Hassan Piker for having a shot caller. Click this video right here to find out how did she expose him. But other than that, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll see you all tomorrow.